Whatever the setbacks of the moment, nothing can stop us now. Whatever the difficulties, Africa shall be at peace. However improbable it may sound to the skeptics, Africa will prosper.
More than anything, Unisa must be celebrated as a pioneer of the distance education model, an enduring gift not only to South Africa, the continent, but to the human civilization in the knowledge arena the world over.
Education is the light in a dark room. It's the spark of a dream, a passport to the future, and the seed of generational change. Through education, we reflect on yesterday and define tomorrow. Rooted in South Africa and the African continent, Unisa can truly claim to be the African university in the service of humanity. Unisa stands at the pinnacle of education through open distance e-learning, with a footprint of students in more than 100 countries worldwide. Since the founding of the university in 1873 as an examining body, we have been a trailblazer. Unisa is the first and only institution in South Africa to carry our country's name with pride, and the first public university in the world to exclusively teach by means of distance education, an ever-changing dynamic university with a global reach. Unisa's history spans the entire modern history of South Africa, opening up a world of academic study opportunities for former activists and struggle heroes, thought leaders, business people, legal experts, acclaimed entertainers, and sports stars. The university takes pride in almost 1 million alumni, with 10 alumni chapters internationally, making their mark in diverse fields and capabilities. Some of the noteworthy alumni include President Nelson Mandela, Thabo Mbeki, who is also the Chancellor and custodian of the university's Calabash Awards, current President Cyril Ramaphosa, former South African Reserve Bank Governor Jill Marcus, and current one, Lesetja Kganyago. Internationally, Reserve Bank governors of Eswatini and Namibia, to name but a few. At Unisa, the World Wide Web is our educational playground, but we also have beautiful and impressive campuses. Unisa's Makelneuk campus is located in the city of Tshwane and is a major landmark of the capital city. The Florida campus in Johannesburg is Unisa's science campus, housing state-of-the-art infrastructure and laboratory equipment. Unisa has 6 regional hubs including Ethiopia and multiple centers across the country. We have embraced the fact that we need to adapt quickly to the fast-paced higher education environment of the 21st century, and this is reflected in our management style and leadership practice. In articulating her vision, the new Principal and Vice-Chancellor of the University of South Africa, the first black woman to be appointed at the helm of Unisa, Professor Puleng Linkabola, shared that Unisa is well placed to address society's most demanding challenges by using research to meaningfully transform the lives of those in our communities. To this end, Unisa is working on the following catalytic niche areas. Marine studies. As a discipline, marine studies covers field-specific studies like marine ecology and biology to policy-related studies like marine spatial planning and coastal economies. Many other areas of marine research and studies are covered in this niche area. Aviation and aeronautical studies. Aviation and aeronautical studies covers specializations in areas as diverse as aeronautical engineering and aerospace safety, and South Africa's 18 airports forms a major role player for passengers and goods transitioning to and from our country. This is a niche that supports a major component of the country's economy. Automotive studies. The South African automotive industry is projected to grow from 600,000 to 1.4 million vehicles a year in production. There is major potential to be explored in Unisa's commitment to automotive studies. In 2022, students from the Department of Mechanical Engineering participated in the Sasol Solar Challenge with their solar-powered car that travels from Johannesburg to Cape Town without using a single drop of fuel. Energy Studies. Unisa's Institute for Development of Energy for African Sustainability specializes in designing chemical processes, reducing material and energy consumption, as well as carbon dioxide emissions. Space Studies and Square Kilometer Array. Unisa has been extensively involved in the $1 billion Square Kilometer Array project since 2012. The Unisa Observatory, situated on the main campus, is a modern, well-equipped facility housing a 14-inch telescope where the College of Science, Engineering and Technology offers undergraduate courses in astrophysics and astronomy with specialization up to PhD level. Fourth Industrial Revolution and Digitalization. The fourth industrial revolution can be described as the advent of cyber-physical systems, involving entirely new capabilities for people and machines. Examples include genome editing and new forms of machine intelligence. The College of Graduate Studies will support and promote studies into 4IR and digitalization, while the Graduate School of Business Leadership presents a short learning program on big data. Natural Sciences. The simplest definition of biotechnological studies is applied biology. Through the application of biological knowledge and techniques to develop products or services, Unisa's College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences is one of the main partners in the African Biogenome Project, a coordinated Pan-African effort piloting a project with a key objective of sequencing 100,000 endemic species. Health and/or Pharmaceutical Studies. The Department of Health Studies is prepared for the challenge of equipping their students with research skills and expertise in the field of health and pharmaceutical studies. The UNESCO Unisa Africa Chair in Nanoscience and Nanotechnology is leading the international research into the nano-delivery of medicinal drugs, including African herbal medicine. The College of Law offers an elective undergraduate model on medical law. Feminist, Womanist, Wusadi Theorizations. In the College of Human Sciences, the Institute for Gender Studies, the College of Education and the Graduate School of Business all contribute to the interdisciplinary research into eliminating gender-based violence, homophobia and transphobia, and discrimination against women in the workplace and the political arena. The Institute also uses education about gender as an effective way to achieve gender equality and the empowerment of women. Student support and co-curricular activities. Unisa is uniquely placed to offer creative and radically innovative ways of enhancing student support. Unisa's College of Graduate Studies has developed a whole range of training programs to assist and encourage students. The Advocacy and Resource Center for Students with Disabilities promotes the principle of access for success, and the Student Development Division provides students with social support and leadership development services. These niche areas find expression in the rich tapestry of our disciplines included in the College of Accounting Sciences, Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, Economic and Management Sciences, Education, Graduate Studies, Human Sciences, Law, Science, Engineering and Technology, the Graduate School of Business Leadership, and the Thabo Mbeki School of Public and International Affairs. As a comprehensive open-distance e-learning institution, Unisa is recognized as a serious player in research globally. From publication and journal output to the number of master's and doctoral graduates, we are moving forwards and upwards. Unisa has made substantial progress in research and innovation, as evidenced by several external and credible scientific ranking systems, with the latest ones, the 2023 Webometrics and Shanghai rankings, placing us in the top 10 universities in the country. As Africa's leading open-distance e-learning university, we can reflect with great pride on the past 150 years of transformational education, and we are confident in our ability to succeed and become a truly high-performance university as we define tomorrow.
Whatever the setbacks of the moment, nothing can stop us now. Whatever the difficulties.
The University of South Africa prides itself for being the African university, shaping futures in the service of humanity. We congratulate all our students for having walked this journey with us. And today, we celebrate you for having successfully completed your qualifications. To you we say, Halala. To all our graduates and diplomandi in this ceremony, please pay attention to the following instructions. For degree qualifications, a graduations officer will signal degree candidates to rise and approach the stage. You will need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand with your hood already draped over your shoulders. One of the official photography officers will take the yellow photography card from you. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up onto the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand in your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. You will then proceed towards the chancellor, vice chancellor, or acting vice chancellor and kneel with your right knee on the stool. At this point, your degree will be conferred. You will then proceed to the next official who will congratulate you by shaking your hand. Continue towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Turn and face the audience and remember to stand on the mat with feet markers in front of the registrar and smile for the camera. A second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table at the far right to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. For postgraduate and undergraduate diploma candidates, you will also be wearing your hoods before entering the hall. You will be signaled by a graduations officer to rise and approach the stage. You need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up to the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. Proceed towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Stop in front of the registrar and stand on the mat with feet markers. Turn and face the audience. Your second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table on the far right of the stage to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. We hope that you will enjoy this occasion. The University of South Africa prides itself for being the African university, shaping futures in the service of humanity. We congratulate all our students for having walked this journey with us. And today, we celebrate you for having successfully completed your qualifications. To you we say, halala. To all our graduates and diplomandi in this ceremony, please pay attention to the following instructions. For degree qualifications, a graduations officer will signal degree candidates to rise and approach the stage. You will need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand with your hood already draped over your shoulders. One of the official photography officers will take the yellow photography card from you. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up onto the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand in your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. You will then proceed towards the Chancellor, Vice Chancellor or Acting Vice Chancellor and kneel with your right knee on the stool. At this point, your degree will be conferred. You will then proceed to the next official who will congratulate you by shaking your hand. Continue towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Turn and face the audience and remember to stand.
By virtue of the powers vested in me as Acting Vice Chancellor, I constitute this gathering a congregation of the University of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to join us in silent prayer or meditation to give thanks for the achievement being celebrated on this occasion. Thank you. Let's sit down. Parents, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I was informed this morning that we are not coming for a funeral, but for a celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Thank you, Molweni. Nda. Dumelani. Sanibonani. On behalf of the University of South Africa, I would like to welcome you all to this celebration. Namukelekile. My name is Professor Moloko Sepota. I'm the acting university registrar, and I'll be acting this afternoon as an acting vice chancellor. It gives me greatest pleasure to welcome you to this University of the Land, where great futures are created. I'm here carrying and conveying happy and proud greetings from our Chancellor, His Excellency Dr. Thabo Mbeki. Similarly, the Chairperson of Council, Dr. Dan Musia, who is represented this afternoon by Mr. Dlamini, is also sending his warm greetings and congratulatory remarks. Receive also greetings from our Principal and Vice Chancellor, Professor Puleng Lengabula, in whose place I'm standing now. The executive management team, all my colleagues, from cleaning services through to personnel, to security personnel, to all our management teams and university members, are excited that you are here today for this occasion. Not only excited because you are here, but also excited because we are doing this during the Africa Day, and we are doing this knowing very well that we have got very few days to go through our polls. Everyone from the university would have loved to be here to join in these celebrations, but unfortunately they have to run the university, and as you know, running a university of this size is not an easy task. Their schedules make it impossible for them to be here at this procession. But we are grateful that our proud academics and professionals who have done such a wonderful job that we are here today are also here to witness this important occasion. And as they are here on stage, they represent all university members, even those that could not make it because of other things, but we are happy that they are here, and this is an indication of the trust and confidence they have in their products. Thank you, colleagues. Accompanied to this ceremony this afternoon are colleagues from, accompanying us to this ceremony are colleagues from the Graduation Division, colleagues from Department of Institutional Advancement, colleagues from the Multimedia, colleagues from Unisa Radio, colleagues from Protection Services, colleagues from Facility Management, colleagues from Campus Clinic, colleagues from the Registrar's Office, colleagues from the colleges, all academics here with us now, and colleagues from the Eastern Cape regional staff. We have here colleagues who will be officiating this afternoon, Mr. Motaling Kwang, who's our Regional Director of Eastern Cape. Mrs. N. Mwabi, who's our Acting Executive Director, Institutional Advancement. Mr. Apiwe Tamini, who is wearing 2 caps, one as a council member and one as SG for our National Student Representative Council. We also have here with us Dr. Sipuka, who is our Dean of Students. The College of Law is represented by Professor Kole, who is an acting executive dean. And we have got Professor L. Fitz, who's speaking to us shortly. From College of Accounting Sciences, we have got the Executive Dean, Dr. M.T. Hlongwane. From College of Human Sciences, we have Professor S. Jali, who is the Director of School of Arts. We have got Professor S. Naidu. We have got Professor R.F. Mkudwana. And from the College of Science, Engineering and Technology, we have got the Executive Dean there, Professor B.B. Mamba. From College of Education, we have got Professor R.J. Tabani, who is the Director of School of Educational Studies. And we also have Professor A.V. Mdau. From the Eastern Cape Regional Office, we have Dr. Shichange, Dr. Ndlela, Ms. Holomisa, Ms. Takata, Mr. Noto, Ms. Someteu, Ms. Daniels, and Ms. Daya. We rarely meet with parents, grandparents, relatives, spouses, and family members. And as a university, we are grateful that you are here today to support your students, your children. This is probably the one occasion when we get to meet you, and you may not be aware of this, but be rest assured that we know that you have been behind them all along. And we know that you have been supporting them financially and otherwise. We know that you have been urging them to continue. It is possible that some of you might have been difficult to manage, but even then, you continued to support them up to this point. Some of you may have not told you the truth, but you still supported them. We know that you have made many sacrifices, and you might have had to go without some of the things that you would have liked to have. We know that you sacrificed that expensive house that you always dreamt about so that you can make life for them. We know that you sacrificed that expensive car so that you can finance them. And thanks for your perseverance and guidance. After all your sweat, tears, and broken bones, you are here at last, gathered in a joyous mood. It is all thanks to you, and that, believe you me, means a lot to us. And I believe it means a lot to our beautiful graduates to be on my left-hand side here. To you, graduates to be, welcome to this session. When you arrived here, I believe you arrived with very reserved and with open ears. And when you joined us as an institution, when you chose us to be your academic home, we were so excited, and we are still excited. And we knew that we had to usher you right from unsteady beginnings to a firm meaningful, and happy end. That's why we are all here. We checked and saw the potential in you, and we worked to unleash that potential. With the time, you may have started to resent us, our rules, our policies, our processes, our tutorials, our assessment, and now of late, even our very important tool meant to protect the academic integrity and status of the qualifications you'll be formally receiving here today. And parents, if you were not aware of that tool, be rest assured they love it so much. It is called an Invigilator app tool. I expected that because I knew they love it so much. We also know that some unsavory words were thrown at the academics and the managers of the university from time to time. We know that we saw the protests. We know that we had almost all the complaints. Also, we saw passion, joy, and excellence that are witnessed here, where we are going to officially acknowledge you, officially celebrate you, officially honor you, and officially give you your certificates. We saw the smiles and tears. All these things we saw and endured because we know that we committed ourselves to you. And we know that at the back of our minds, we had this day. That is, we began with the end in mind, knowing where we wanted to go with you. And so today, we are saying, as you are here, we want to pass the baton to you so that you can step onto the next step of the ladder. We know that if you want to be that successful, you must always make sure that you learn from those that are in front of you, but also ensure that you are showing a very good example to those that are behind you. It is time like this when we want to say to you, please focus on yourself and begin with the end in mind. As we give you that baton, where do you want to go? If you can know where you want to go, you will know how to get there. You will get that roadmap, and you'll be able to make sure that you are going to face all the obstacles along the way and make sure that you focus, you never lose sight of your goal and until you arrive at where you want to go. And as I say, begin with the end in mind, this is what Covey calls the second habit of highly successful people. At the top of the list, know and control your destiny. If you don't do that, someone will definitely do that for you. And you don't want to do that. Hence the African proverb which says, until such a time that a lion knows how to tell its story, the story of the hunt will always glorify the hunter. You don't want somebody to be glorified in telling your story. Have your destination in mind, control your destination, and know where to go. This is a very simple but very powerful truth that you need to know where you are going so that you can plan. It is critically important that you develop a very clear picture of what you want to do with your life. Your destiny is in your hands. Oversee that destiny. Let me tell you that some of the main things that may take away the My Life driver's experience are things like greed, are things like bad company, are things like impatience, are things like never knowing when enough is enough. Are things like corruption, are things like get-rich-quick schemes. Loan sharks are all over there waiting for you, but they don't force you to come to them. It's your choice whether you want to take that route thinking that you'll be rich overnight or whether you want to do the right thing. One other thing that you need to worry about is trust. And trustworthiness is very bad. And there are many other things that you know are not right. But let me single out one most common enemy amongst us always. And this is the enemy that is stealing our happiness. This is what is called a thieving habit. You know, in life, a habit is a faithful servant. You develop a habit, it will serve you faithfully. Even 2 o'clock in the morning, it comes to you and says, Master, it's time to smoke now. You don't need an alarm. That habit will serve you. So make sure that you stay away from this habit of anger. Anger breeds resentment and can lead to death. Many people actually protect anger with their lives. If they think about losing the anger that they are experiencing, they feel like they will lose power over the object of their anger. Yet, all that anger ultimately does is to destroy who's carrying it. Then it is destroy you, then it hurts the one who is supposed to receive it. Anger is poisonous and corrosive, but more potently inside than it is outside of oneself. Our former president, Nelson Mandela, may his soul rest in peace, put it very clearly when leaving prison. He said, as I walked out of the door toward the gate that would lead me to my freedom, I knew if I did not leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I would still be in prison. Such a commitment is unparalleled, but that is what makes a man or a woman. Also, just a taste of what former President Thabo Mbeki, our Chancellor, said in his well-known I'm an African speech. He said, because of that, I'm also able to state this fundamental truth, that I'm born of people who are heroes and heroines. I'm born of people who would not tolerate oppression. I'm of a nation that would not allow that fear of death, torture, imprisonment, exile, or persecution should result in the perpetuation of injustice. Many times, as you will from today as well, you will reach crossroads in life. At such times, you will have to ask yourselves a number of questions. Some of these questions are, do I want to stall my studies or should I continue? The answer should be obvious to every student worthy of the name. If you do not know, please return the certificate. My colleagues will be eager to receive that certificate back. You are not worthy of that certificate if you don't know. The other questions that you might be asking yourself is, what types of company should I keep? Should I go the easy money route and trample on corpses as I do so? What kind of family do I envisage? There are families that are known of multiple children with multiple daddies and mummies. Or do you want a family where your children will grow in the care of their parents? All these are the questions that you need to ask yourselves. But in order to ask those, you also need to check something on your side, the issue of integrity. You must know that integrity without knowledge is weak and useless. But knowledge without integrity is even worse. It's dangerous and dreadful. That is when you'll think in terms of leaving your families behind, even your own children, so that you can go your own way. We don't expect that from Unisa graduates, and I know you are not going to do that. Perhaps like any self-respecting country, you should have some kind of a constitution which becomes the supreme law of your life. Have what is known as a mission statement that will be alive well after your days here on this earth. And in that mission statement, embed values like kindness, confidence, truth, courtesy, integrity, and humility. Never take these things for granted. Now, let me reassure you by saying this. All of you, as you are sitting here today, you have got unique talents. My colleagues have just confirmed that to me. You have a gift, all of you. You have a skill. You have either a natural skill or a learned skill, but you have that skill. There is something that you can do very well. You have what it takes. You have insights, you have foresights that only you possess. You have the abilities that others may not be having. Just find out what that ability is and unleash that potential. It may even lie outside what you have studied. Still, your learning will come in handy. But as you learn, also bear in mind that it is useless to educate the mind if the heart is not educated. Such type of education is not education at all. Bear that in mind as you go ahead along with your studies. Avoid and ignore labels about you or your heritage or your history. Never give in to its all-over syndrome, because the proverbial fat lady never arrives to sing. So the prophecy is a lie. Do not be bothered by the wall springing up or falling down. Just let go for your goal. Also, seek to ask yourselves these questions and answer them. We don't need answers. You have to answer them. The first question will be, what or who would I cross a crocodile-infested river for? The second question is, if I were to be accidentally locked up in a library for a night, which books or subject would easily make me feel at home? The other question might be, what keeps inspiring you? Better still, is there someone who inspired you? Or is there someone you are inspiring? In a couple of years, will someone be sitting where you are today because of the help that you shall have offered? As Maya Angelou advises, go out there and live a life and meaningful life. Go out there not merely to survive. Go out there to thrive. And go out there to do something with some passion, with compassion, and humor and style. You'll soon be invited to come to the stage. And as you walk through this red carpet here, you must have that extra bounce in your step. That bounce will reflect that you are regretting nothing for being here today, and that you are apologizing to no one for being here today. It is your moment. You deserve to be here. It is a proud moment. Enjoy it and walk it proudly. Some of you, those that we have met, we have never seen your smile before. This is the day that we want to see your smile. Especially as you walk across to the acting registrar, that side, where you'll be taking that picture. Please, for today only, and perhaps for the last day, give that smile. The cameraman will be waiting for you to capture that smile. This is a moment that you want to keep, the moment that you want to share with the rest of your children, and great-grandchildren. If you don't give that smile today, you might come back to regret. Please give that smile. We need that. From our parents, friends, relatives, spouses, neighbors, we want to say to you, it is a tradition for the University of the Land that we give everyone the freedom to celebrate the success of your loved ones. Praise them as you deem fit. Ululate as loudly as possible, but please, our humble request, please don't leave your seats. There are only two requests. That is the first request, not to leave your seats. We understand your joy, but please don't leave your seats. And our last request is, please don't forget the first request. Remember that every student on my left here wants to hear his or her name when it's called out, when it's pronounced. They want to hear that. And we know that as parents, you also want to hear your child's name being called. So let us please give them space to listen and hear as their names are being called out. Some of them might be the last opportunity that they are having, so please don't deny them that opportunity of hearing their names being called out. And unless it is completely impossible to do that, please remain in the hall until the end of the ceremony, and let us celebrate them all as if they are all our children. They deserve that, and this is their day. Let us please do that. The time that you've been waiting for, it's here, and sooner or later we will be calling you to the stage. You are all welcome. Enjoy the rest of the ceremony with us. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor for me to introduce and welcome Professor L. Fitz. Professor L. Fitz will be coming here to address us on behalf of the Chancellor. Over to you, Prof.
Dear graduates, esteemed members of Unisa, family and friends, it is with great pleasure and pride that I stand before you today to celebrate the remarkable achievements of our graduating class. This moment marks a significant milestone in your journey, one that is the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. To the graduating class of 2024, I offered my heartfelt congratulations. You have shown incredible determination and resilience in reaching this point, overcoming obstacles and challenges along the way. Today we celebrate not only your academic accomplishments, but also your personal growth and development that have shaped you into that exceptional individual you are. As you reflect on your time here at Unisa, I encourage you to cherish the memories you have made, the friendship you have formed, and the lessons you have learned. Each experience have contributed to your growth and prepare you for the journey ahead. As you embark in the next chapter of your life, remember the values and principles instilled in you during this time here. Embrace curiosity, creativity, and innovation. Be courageous in pursuing your dreams and relentless in the pursuit of excellence. And above all, remain committed to making a positive impact on the world around you. The world today presents both challenges and opportunities, and it is up to each of you to seize these opportunities and make a difference. Whether you pursue further education, enter the workforce, or embark on a new adventure, I have no doubt that you will continue to excel and inspire others with your talents and passion. As you go forth from this place, know that you carry with you the hopes and inspirations of all those who have supported you along the way. Your family, friends, mentors, and the entire Unisa community. Your success is a testament on their unwavering support and belief in your potential. In closing, I urge you to embrace the future of optimism, courage, and a sense of purpose. Remember that you are capable of achieving greatness, and the world is waiting for you for your unique contributions. Congratulations once again, and may your journey ahead be filled with endless possibilities and boundless opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor First, for your address. We appreciate that. Thank you for reminding us, and in particular our graduates to be, that they must go out and make a positive impact to those that are around them. Thank you also, Professor, for encouraging our graduates to be, to have that sense of purpose in life, to have that courage, embrace, Professor said, embrace those so that those will assist you in impacting on those that are around you. And you heard Professor talked about perseverance, talked about determination, talked about the values and principles. Please, as you go out there, remember all those things. You cannot survive without that courage. You cannot survive without that determination. And Prof, thank you for your address. I hope we heard you, and I hope as we go out, we will do exactly what you advised or requested us to do. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start with the conferring of the degrees, I would like again to kindly request you not to leave the hall before the end of the ceremony. Let us just be patient for these only 2 hours so that we celebrate the people, not only celebrate them, but also respect the people that we said we are coming to support. By virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I shall now proceed to confer the degrees and diplomas of the university on the candidates whose names appear in the program, and I request the representatives of the colleges to present the candidates to me.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Hanson Ekori Agem for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I will read the citation on behalf of her supervisor, Professor Angelo Dube. In the title, in her thesis entitled Immunities of African State Officials and the requests to cooperate pursuant to warrants issued under the Rome Statute, he demonstrates that while the International Criminal Court, ICC, has been accused of prosecuting mostly Africans, it cannot be denied that most of the indicted were instrumental in the commission of international crimes. He argues that prosecuting suspects from non-state parties without consent is inconsistent with treaty norms and therefore ultra vires, and that cooperation with the court in matters of arrest is not automatic from non-state parties. He addresses the challenges of immunities before international tribunals and argues that the role of customary international law cannot be overlooked. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Hanson Ekori Agem the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Hanson Ekori Agem.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Master of Laws. Look at the camera. Tatenda Lawrence Mambira. Cassandra Mfana. Okay, it's okay. Thank you.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Master of Science. Siabulela Gekana. Monde Ngaba Nonjabe.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours. Marlies Depenar, degree obtained with distinction. Sinetemba Madikizela. Ncedisa Mbatali. Ntombizonke Cynthia Nonjinge. Bongiwe Chandu.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, Prof. Sepota, Tracy Mutambaneshango received degree Bachelor of Education Honors. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Education. Juan Nicholas Herschel Adams. Salista Tanya Allison. Lee Shoniz Bajis. Jasmine Ball receives her degree with distinction. Mikhail Biegas. Ntombikona Balai. Babalwa Jennifer. Babalwa Jennifer Kutalel. Danielle Marie da Silva receives her degree with distinction. Roseanne Dupree. Lisanne Caroline Effener. Brownwin Lee Emmett. Roxanne Melissa Esterhuis receives her degree with distinction. Roxanne Megan Fennell receives her degree with distinction. Ruan Fori receives his degree with distinction. Shanae Gelderblom receives her degree with distinction. Tabitha Gonchan. Silindokuhle Kim Gold. Moses Kutuza receives his degree with distinction. Christian Venda Jacobs. Joan Jonker receives a degree with distinction. Lizelle Jordan. Danielle Lauskachny receives her degree with distinction. Keisha Lee Andre Lawrence. Hi, Chomi, look at the camera. Zotando Madukwana. Felicia Magad. Arnu Theo Max receives his degree with distinction. Tina Mbulali. Amber Lee McConkie, Konashi, McConaughey receives a degree with distinction. Lindy Wem Jakula. Busisiwe Winifred Mbenges. Sanelisiwe Mteza. Tembela Nate. Nolusindiso Ngwelwane. Bomukazi Ngakwana. Elroy Rowan Oculus degree obtained with distinction. Yeah, let's look at the camera now. Zikhona Pumelo. Noluvuyo Kokweni.
Amy Sims. Amy Bree Smith, degree obtained with distinction. William Bernard Reginald Spears. Temil Jordan Stephen, degree obtained with distinction. Kristen Coral Townsend, degree obtained with distinction. Denmark Darius Transel. Wongakazi Chaisa. Sigelela Ndwongiseni Valelo. Tanya van Vieren, degree obtained with distinction. Busisiwe Velapi. Busisiwe Vetman. Latasha Waite, degree obtained with distinction. Philip Waite, degree obtained with distinction. Emily Jane Bentley. Helen Miranda Hesselman. Roxanne Kibambe, Colleen Zolisa Kakiso, Marisha van der Merwe, Reshile Davidine Van Fuel, Chandri Tyrone Butler, Sydney France Daniel, Shen Salum Erasmus, Hannah Kent, Tembagazi Kwakwichin, Apiwe Kolisi, Pumza Ndabeni, Tuma Princess Ngilana, Ngedisan Novengela, Ntombizandile Sikepe, Zimasa Portia Sisilana, Michaela Gabriela Smith, Kutazwa Swai, Nontsikelelo Felicity Tupa, Jason Donovan Becker, Sinesipo Kotoyi, Erin Michael Sims, degree obtained with distinction. Sinesipho Sisilana.
Look at the camera. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received their degree of Bachelor of Laws. Thank you. Mzikayise Siyabonga Bastile. Namsla Hazel Buota. Thank you. Sidonisiwe Dloto. Nolufefe Dubula. Levesiano, thank you. 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 Levisiano Vincenzo Roberto Gali. Lincoln Ashwell Tanner Geldenhuis. Vukile Gladman Geza. Vuyisa Gogo. Luyolo Ketwa. Bulelwa Notachambu Kumalo. Buitumelo Koloi. Thank you. Nchiwa Grace Mabaso. Babalwa Mabiza. Chumane Madikiza. Ayola Etherton Mahela. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sinetemba Sten Manchongo. Indiera Fikile Matlama. Mtokozizi Mbuntu, Noluvuyo Mdingi, Lihle Luyanda Mlungwana, Samuel Musoke, asikona avusiwe Sisipo Mvandaba, Catherine Mwanza, Namhla Phumla Mzamane, Apana Surya Naidu, Shannon Naidu, Zandi Zamaushe Ndukwana, Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor Clementine Khomutso Ngobeni received her degree with distinction. Patience Nomonde Nkwezane, Nomampondo Nomkupu, Thank you. Thank you. Mxolisi, thank you. Mxolisi Peacemaker Ntlokwana, Brandina Nyerukai, Phumla Patience Qezu, Shantay Rousseau, Archford Sakonda, Luyolo Skepu, Apiwe Chumane Somadlaga, Sandiswa Tezani, Sandiswa Wakashe, Siezakazi Phumeza Xamesi, Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received their degree of Bachelor of Arts: Kaylee Rigana Nastasia Bartman. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor Rudin Bunis Bezaidenhout receives her degree with distinction. Melanie Colleen Flemert. Chulumanko Gwakubana. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor Nomfundo Abrona Gwegwe receives her degree with distinction. Unisa Isaacs. Lizo Mahamba. Thank you. Thank you. Xolisiwe Mahlathe. Wait here. Wait first. Sipho Mbeki. Nokubonga Mfupi. Kelelo Liziwe Moko. Isona Mchaza. Wait. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bongile Mzembe. Unati Onyaunusi. Esmeralda Pulen. Yandisa Kongeni. Tenjiswa Tresens Tsawu. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor Ivana Vetboy receives her degree with distinction. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce: Sipesi Hleyazile Jamjam. Banzi Lincoln Makula. Sivenkosi Bulumko Chuku.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor Sivuyile Maso received the degree of Baccalaureus Technology. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Science. Dion Gondlega. Ruach Koktot. Elandre Niemand. Mitch Strubel.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the diploma candidates will now be introduced to you. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the postgraduate diploma in the College of Education. Loretta Maverin Kutsie. Lindelwa Fuzile. Hello. Nomawethu Magwakaza. Avela Panchwa. Luyanda Sitelo. Romaine Julie Stradom, diploma obtained with distinction. Courtney Lynn Thomas. Tulani Happiness Vapi.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Science, Engineering and Technology. Kelly Hendricks. Avela Mpatane. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the National Diploma. Aljaru Dillon Yekels. Gledman Mbongeni Mkechwa. Anelisa Vuyiswa Msiginya.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received their diploma in the College of Law: Ivana Lerato Base, Pumeza Kanti, Asipe Polisile, Basive Libalele, Dalutolo Asa Makana, Anelisiwe Tony Nzamela, Thank you. Thank you. Christopher Ismail Plachis. Sindile Nimrod Tony. Nasipi Mlibokazi Tuswa. Melissa Pamela Volmink. Sihlumile Yase.
Thank you. That was so beautiful. Do you agree with me? So if we agree, I'm going to request parents, family members, and loved ones, let us please stand up only once and congratulate them. Thank you. Thank you. If you really enjoyed it, this is now your opportunity. You spend so much time and your money investing on them. Some of you, we know that you graduated here with us. Some of you, you never had that opportunity. And you know, advantage with Unisa is that Unisa does not care about age. And as Unisa, we know that if your children manage to go through this stage, why can't you? So this is your opportunity. Registration applications will be opened very soon. Because you never had an opportunity, some of you, to study, please go and apply. Next time we want to see you sitting here. It's their turn now to support you, to pay for you, so that you can come and graduate. Next time we are coming for you here. Thank you. To the graduates, congratulations once more. I'm again carrying congratulatory messages from our Chancellor, from our Principal, from our Chair of Council, and from the university community. We are proud of you. And the university is now proud to send you out into the world of work. And the university is not only sending you out there, the university is aware that it is sending you out into a very deep, dark world, into a very cruel world, into an inhuman world. But my colleagues are 100% sure that they have done their part. They have given you the skill that you need to survive out there. And I can assure you that today, now sitting on those chairs with your brand new certificates, there is so much pressure on you. Many people are expecting so much from you. As they send you out into the dark, inhuman world there, they don't expect you to get used to darkness out there. They don't expect you to get used to the inhuman world out there. Professor Fils told you that you need to go out there and ensure that you make a positive difference out there. My colleagues have just told me that they are sending you out there knowing that you will survive, and they are saying to you, as you go out there, please continue to shine as lights, as stars like you are. Your families, your country, your university, they expect to see that light as you go out and operate out there. Please go out and make that positive difference out there. We have seen this afternoon 221 graduates walking through this stage. And at the end of this season, that is saying on the 4th of June, your university shall have conferred over just above 40,000 certificates, diploma and degree certificates. Parents, did you hear me? Now, why are you not clapping? The university that you entrusted your children to is making a difference out there. You know, the mandate given to tertiary institution is to make sure that they redress the past imbalances, is to make sure that they improve on participation rates for tertiary education. And if they can produce 40,000 graduates in one season, we are not talking about the spring ceremonies. We'll be producing another many students during the spring ceremonies. For this season only, 40,000 students shall have walked through this red carpet. And we want to thank you for the support. The university alone could have not achieved that. Thank you for the support that you continually gave this university for the past few years. And we say, continue supporting this university. And as I indicated, I mean it. Next time we come here, we want to see you sitting on these chairs, not them. They'll come later. They'll come later on. You can see that we have got one person amongst them who is different from them. Have you seen that? Shall I please ask you to stand up? What is the difference between him and them? Red gown. And what does the red gown mean? Yeah, you are right. It means danger. That is how the university assists in transforming people. When he joined here, I heard somebody calling him Mr. That is now history. You'll never ever call him Mr. And he's saying to you, I'm now dangerous. Red means danger. What about black? You can't keep quiet. We know that in our culture, black means mourning. Yes, if you see someone in black, you know that, oh, there's trouble. So we don't want you to be in the mourning stage for the rest of your life. We want you to get out of that mourning stage and be dangerous, just like him. We are sick and tired of calling you Mr. and Mrs. Please join him. Thank you, Doctor, and congratulations. And this is saying to all of you, those who just received your diplomas, your junior degrees, your honors degrees, and master's degrees, that the journey is still waiting for you ahead. And my colleagues told me that they are waiting to journey with you again. They are ready to support you again, so that tomorrow you'll be sitting here in your red gowns. And Dokotela, that is not the end of the road. My colleagues told me now that they need you to be part of them on the stage. And we expect you, next time we come here, we want to see you being one of them on the stage. Never ever think that you have reached the end of the road. This is just the beginning. And to my graduates, I'm saying to you, please embark immediately on the next level of your studies. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to be shy to say preferably with us. Come back to us. But if you go elsewhere, it's still fine. We'll still smile. But would prefer if you can come back and journey with us. We are waiting for you, and my colleagues are willing to assist you further. And we also urge you as you are joining an illustrious circle of excellence, we urge you to follow examples of those that have gone before you. There are many who have gone before you who are now making a positive difference out there. We know many people like Lesetja Khanyao. Have you ever heard about that name? I'm disappointed. If graduates are going to say we don't know that person, I'll be very much disappointed. But thank you for those of you who know about him. Lesetja Khanyao is a Reserve Bank governor. He is part of you. He went before you. Justice Judge Zondo, do you know him? Oh, because he is one of you. He went before you. And many others. What I'm trying to say to you is that many others who went before you are making a mark out there. We expect you as Unisa graduates to go out and make a mark there. And believe you me, you might be saying, I'm still having 30 years to go. If you want to make your mark, 30 years is nothing. Start today to make that mark. And to the parents of families, we can't thank you enough, but I'll thank you again on behalf of the university, on behalf of our Chancellor and everybody. We want to thank you for the support you gave us. And now it will be unfair of me to request only parents to stand up. I'm going to now request our graduates to stand up. From that scroll or that envelope, I'm told there's something in there. The parents and the colleagues on stage don't know what is in that scroll or in that envelope. Whatever is inside. Please take it out, hold it in your right hand, stand up and face your parents. This is a moment when you have to thank them. This is a moment when you are expected to show them that you are indeed studying. This is a moment to show them that you did not receive the brown envelope as you know it. Please wave your certificate and show them. You see parents, when they lie to you and say Invigilator app is a problem, you can now all see a simple request. Take out your certificate, hold it in your right hand and wave it in the direction of their parents. Many are still looking at me doing nothing. Can you please wave and thank your parents? Thank you. You are not alone on this journey. And I'm going to request my colleagues here to invoke Invigilator app. Because parents, you heard me. I requested them to stand up and they're all sitting down. I never requested you to sit down. And none of my colleagues or your parents requested you to sit down. You are not alone on this journey. You experienced many challenges. The fact that perhaps some of us perhaps were part of your challenges, but that does not make us monsters. The colleagues on stage here representing all other colleagues back at home assisted you to be where you are today. Shall you please also wave your certificates in that direction and thank them for what they have done and what they are still prepared to do for you. Thank you. You may now sit down. As I indicated, you have now joined an illustrious circle of excellence. We expect you to go out and excel in whatever you are doing. We expect you to go out and use the skills and knowledge that you have acquired. We expect you to go out and be the best of what you have been called to be. And this morning, we just heard that in the country, there is only 6% of adults with university qualification. So you are now forming that part of the 6%, and you must consider yourself extremely lucky. You know some of your friends who started grade R with you, and some could not go beyond grade 12. Some started first year level with you, but for some strange reasons, they could not be lucky or fortunate to be where you are today. Not because they are less intelligent. Some is because they experienced financial challenges. As Unisa graduates, we expect you to act like Africans. Africans believe in communalism. As an African, it's a sin to be rich if those that are around you are poor and you are not doing anything for them. So we request you to go out and do something for them. You were assisted to be on that chair today. Go out and assist just one person so that that person can come and occupy that chair tomorrow. We don't want you to come and tell us. Just go and do it secretly. Go and make sure that you assist someone. It could be financially. It could be through navigating the online systems. But please, go out and assist someone and ensure that someone is sitting on that very chair next year. And thank you and congratulations again. Ladies and gentlemen, after this announcement, I'm going to request you to stand up and join in the singing of the national anthem. The words are on page 17. After that, I will still request you to remain standing to enable me to dissolve the congregation. And I'll still request you to remain standing to allow the academic procession to leave the hall. Shall I please request you to stand up and join in the singing of the national anthem? By virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I dissolve this congregation of the University of South Africa.